Hello my beautiful people, this is So with Rachel. Welcome to my channel. We'll be learning how to make this butt pad, hip and butt pad in this channel. Please stay tuned and glued to your phone as we start the process. Here is mine. Mine is an invisible zip-back, so it was trying to be a little bit difficult to wear. So this is it. So like I said, stay tuned and follow through as you start. So let's move to the cutting table now. To start with, you'll be needing your measurements. You'll be needing your measurements and your pattern paper. Your pattern paper is for you to cut your exact measurement out. Mind you, your exact measurement without allowance. So this is my front block, and then this is my back block. So my waist is 33, my hip is 41, my thigh, as you can see from that picture, I don't want something that will be too fitted on me, that will gum my body, that will make me not comfortable. So I didn't make it that fitted. But if you want yours fitted, you can minus 6 from your hip allowance, or you could even minus 8 from your hip allowance. Depends on how you want it. So from your hip, you take 6 inches, as you can see from the video. You take 6 inches from your exact hip. Mind you, I said you are not going to add sewing allowance to this your block, your paper. Then you descend 2 inches from your waistline. You're going to connect it to your hip. Then please, you measure the under butt. So from this my pattern, it was 14 that is here, and 14 is not the correct under butt. So I was going to rectify it. You will see me rectifying it. So you'll be connecting like a curve, connecting it to your waist and then to your under butt. So this is me after marking out my exact under butt. Please, you would need it so that you will know exactly where. Can you see? 16 is my under butt, so that you will know where the butt is going to be. So it will not end up coming lower or higher than the measurement. So that's just what you will need for your front. From your hip, you take it 6 inches forward, and then you get your curves. You apply the same process for the back. From your waist, you need your hip measurement, and then you need your under butt measurement. Then from your hip, you take it just the way you took 6 inches for the front. From your hip, you are going to take just 1.5 inches. Can you see? 1.5 inches from your hip measurement. Then you curve 1.5 inches from your hip measurement. You curve to your waist, then you curve to your under butt. But from this pattern, you notice that I really didn't mark my back hip, so I ended up using 11 for my hip, which is not correct. So this is me rectifying it again and taking it back, adjusting it, mind you, 1.5 inches. So this is me adjusting the mix-up that was there. Then you curve, you do your curves. Can you see? Remember, it's not going to affect the dot line. Let it not affect the dot line. So once that is done, you get it out. This is just how easy it is to get your hip measurement, your hip pad. So you cutting out your front pattern, and you'll be cutting out your back pattern. Just those two things are what you need. Then when you want to cut out your fabric is going to be addition of 2 inches. Like I said, my hip measurement is 41. My fabric is going to be 43. My main fabric is going to be 43, and it's going to have my original waist, and it's going to have the original thigh that I want. It is the paper that you're going to cut without sewing allowance. Then the lining, you're going to cut it your exact measurements. You're not going to use 43. That is the addition of 2 inches. You wouldn't need it. You'll be needing your exact measurements for your lining. You'll be needing your exact measurement without allowance for your pattern. Then for your fabric, you'll be needing your exact measurement plus 2 inches for your hip alone. So your waist remains the same, your thigh remains the same. The difference is just your hip measurement. And the reason it's just 2 inches is because of the the type of foam that I'm having. Because of the type of foam that I have. If I'm having a If I want to use a 1-inch foam, then definitely I'm going to be making it 4 inches and not 2 inches. I believe you're understanding it to this level. This is me just trying to get it out from my foam. Then you notice I made a label. I labeled up. You can label up and down as well, but I labeled only up because once I label up, I would know. I'll be able to identify my down as well. Please do not forget to label. It is very essential to label. Do not forget to label. So in the process of this, do well to subscribe to my channel. Do well to click on the like button. Do well to ask questions as well. Will definitely give a response the moment I see questions asked in the comment section. So this is it. Now you'll be needing your stay. Any stay of your choice is okay. If you want to use gum stay, if you want to use paper stay, if you want to use stay, or if you want to use cloth stay, any stay of your choice is going to be needed. I used BFF. You would see it along the line. I'm going to bring out my stay now. I just wanted to label my foam as well. So I use scraps of BFF. As you can see, I use scraps because I was shooting this video in my house and my stays were at my office. So I'll be staying them. The exact measuring thing for my hip is what I'll be staying. Stay tuned. Let me go and iron it and come back. So this is the fabric again, what I explained earlier. I've cut it out here. My exact my measurements, but addition of 2 inches for the fabric. A measurement but addition of 2 inches for the fabric. So that means my hip for this fabric is 43. My waist still remains, my thigh still remains. So I'm also going to sew it as well. And I'm back here. I've ironed my stay to my foam. Can you see the difference? Now I said it is scrap, so that's why you're seeing some pieces here and there. So I've ironed it. So now please stay tuned here. I'm going to go ahead to sew the front and the back pattern together. See the way I'm holding it. Please take notes. You do that for one side and then you do that for the other side. Can you see? For reference again, please, your cloth is going to be extra 2 inches because of the size of the foam. Can you see the size of the foam? So the size of the foam determines how many inches your hip is going to be. If you use 1 inch size of foam, then definitely it's going to be extra 4 inches that your pattern is going to carry. So if your hip is 41, your current hip after padding it is going to be 45. But since I used half an inch, then that is what is needed. For emphasis sake is why I'm repeating this, because this is where most of us will find challenging, and this is the common one they sell in the market, half an inch. In fact, I've come across ready-made hip pad. It's mostly half an inch that they have in the market. So I'm going to be sewing now since I'm done ironing. So I'll be connecting remember I labeled it up. The up is the waist. Just as you join breast pads, you join it as well. I'll be connecting it from my waist towards my underbutt. So this is me after connecting it. Now there was something I forgot that which could have been done initially before adding my stay. That is to trim the edges. So it would not be too fat. That's what I'm trying to do. You trim the corners of where the machine is going to be. Can you see? So you can trim yours before putting your stay. It just totally escaped my mind. The reason for this trimming is so that side would not be so obvious. You know, it's a foam now. So it doesn't so obvious from there that it was even padded. So that's the reason for the trim. You trim it so that you have a flat edge. So you trim before to have a flat edge. Please, before you add your stay. But if you forget like I did, you can do that after adding your stay. So I'm gonna do the same thing for both patterns, both pads. Can you see the way I'm trimming it? Trimming it to attain a flat, to make sure that place is flat. Then after trimming it, you sew on it. You're gonna sew on it within 2 to 3 times to still help you achieve that flatness. You sew on it 2 to 3 times to help achieve that flat part because we want it to be flat. I've sewn in the first round, I'm sewing again the second round within 2 to 3 times. So I'm repeating the same thing. I'm joining from the waist to my underbutt. And this is me now. I'm done with that aspect. I've sewn my lining. I've sewn my clothes. So the next is to connect your pad to your lining. And not your main fabric. So it's connecting it to your lining, the same thing we did then. 2 inches from your waist is how you'll be placing it, and you use pins to secure your measurements. You use pins to secure it down. Please, as dressmakers, as tailors, as designers, there is nothing wrong to work with pins. There is usually nothing wrong to work with pins. So you are going to sew it round. Same process will be applied to the second part. However you are placing it doesn't matter, as in if it is the wrong side you sewed or the back side, the good side. What's important is your measurement, 2 inches, you descend it. Then the sewing is going to be exactly on the shaping side. Can you see? Exactly on the shaped side. You use pins to secure it round. This is how it's going to be. So I'm done sewing around now. I'm done sewing it. Can you see? I've done securing it. That's the lining, and then that is the pad, and I've made my skirt. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect the base of my lining to the base of my skirts, and you continue your normal process of sewing, and that is just all. It's just so simple like that. Can you see me? I'm trying to secure the base, then you turn, secure your front. That's all. It's just so simple.